And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
So I'm reading the news the other day. Yes, I read the news. I will admit, I know it's hard to decipher what's news and what's opinion because the whole world of journalism has become opinion somewhere. We've changed the rules of what the news is. I remember when I was a kid growing up watching Walter Cronkite, watching him on the news every night with my dad. And I tell you, the beautiful thing about Walter Cronkite was you didn't know what his opinion was. He just reported the news. How cool was that? But I was reading the news the other day, and I heard that there are some surveys going on out there. We have all heard about the Great Resignation. I've shared with you on the show some of the impact that it has on business and individuals, and you as a leader out there, and you trying to figure out your own way. And today, with this new news, I'm thinking, you know what, there's got to be something else I need to share with you. Something's going to help you out today and focus on what you can do to make your success that much better, because the new stats show that over 70% of workers regret quitting their jobs. and remember the stats this past fall, there was like up to 90% of people were open to the idea of getting a new job to work for somebody else. And a bunch of people have found that the grass is not greener on the other side. It's not greener on the other side. So what happened? Why isn't it greener on the other side? How come 70% of these younger generation are saying, well, I jumped ship to go to an organization and it's not what I thought it was? Well, here's some advice. Here's some things that you can do. And, of course, we always share good advice on this show. And so here's some advice if you're a person who's thinking, about skipping, changing jobs, going to see if the grass is greener on the other side. So to stop the regrets, one of the things that if you're gonna look at a new employer, make sure you take the tour. Always take the tour. I always take the tour. No matter where I go, take the tour. Yes, take the tour. The nickel tour, the quarter tour, the dollar tour. I don't care what tour it is. You take the tour, all right? So whoever the HR person is or leader in an organization is going to walk you around and get a feel for it. Watch the way that people act and react in that environment. That is going to give you true understanding of how does this place function by watching as you go on this tour of the whole facility. Also, did you talk with any of the employees, the other employees, not the ones that just interviewed? Did you talk to any other people that work for that organization and get their stories and listen to them? And if you didn't, because you don't know them, well, on your tour, ask as you're going along, can you mind if I talk to this person for a second? And say, what do you love about working here? And get those thoughts and get those ideas. And then did you ask this new employer, hey, how are you going to leverage my skills? You've taken a look at my resume. You're doing an assessment of me. How are you going to leverage my skills in this organization and make sure that you're going to be leveraged in this organization? Did you ask, where is this going to lead to? This is a career. Anybody can get a job. Jobs are a dime a dozen. This is a career. Think like a career. Think you're better than that. So where does this career lead to? What will I be proud of by being part of this career, this organization? And what is the challenge for me? What will you challenge me with? Is it exciting? Is the challenge exciting to me? Am I going to be excited by that challenge? Is it going to leverage my strengths? And then ask yourself, are you up for it? Because some of the people finding out in these new careers and these new jobs that they took, that they weren't up for it. They weren't prepared mentally, skill set wise, whatever it may be, they weren't prepared. And the question is, whose fault is that? And what does that do to your confidence as a person? So challenge yourself. Make sure you're asking these questions when you're talking to somebody about a job. And so I'm going to challenge you right now. Rather than jump into the grass is greener someplace else, take a look at where you're at right now. And I challenge you, ask your current employer, what is our organizational purpose? Do you understand organizational purpose? You want to hear this from whoever's in charge, whoever you report to. Have them share with you your organizational purpose. And ask yourself, does the purpose of the organization I'm with truly align with who I am as a person? And if it does, great. You're going to find fulfillment in that work. Then ask yourself, how can your current organization better leverage your strengths, your competencies, the things that you bring to the table? What more could they be challenging you to do right now based upon what you're really good at? And that's going to, of course, force more pride in your work because your strengths are going to be leveraged. And then ask your boss, what is your vision for me and my success? What is it that you could look back 5 years from now and say, hey, I'm really proud that you were able to accomplish this for our organization? And have those conversations with your current employer. Because at the end of the day, here's something profound. Happiness is a state of mind, not a location. That's so good, I got to say it again. Happiness is a state of mind, not a location. So make sure that you protect your happiness and you get the answers you need to be happy. Now go make it happen.